This guy asked a question in the chat. He said, Harry, what's your opinion on paying for first dates? Paying for the first date is a gentleman thing to do, but at the same time, is it putting a bad standard that she will expect and take for granted in the future? Great question. So here's the thing, guy. My ultimate stance is this, is that whoever's asking for that first date is the one that is facilitating everything about that date. Now, notice I didn't say is paying, because the reality is you could have a first date that is totally free. It could be a walk in the park, could be a picnic, could be, I've gone to like comedy and improv shows for first dates that are also free. Like there's nothing that says that the first date activity has to be something that you have to pay for, but it is your job to facilitate everything. Because you're the one picking the date. So you're the one that is researching what the activity is, and then you're the one that's making sure that that activity happens to a capacity that you feel is going to be pleasing to her. Now, with that said, if you, as the person that's facilitating the date, happen to pick a place or location that involves payment, whether it's an amusement park, arcade, restaurant, whatever, since you're the one that's facilitating the date, you are the one that is responsible for making sure that the date is able to happen on all cylinders. That includes paying for the other person. Why? Because again, you suggested it. Now, if she were the one that said, hey, so-and-so, I think that I'd like to take you on a date for that first date, then for most women, if they're suggesting the first date, it means either that they're going to actually pay for it, or at the very least, you guys are going to split the bill. All right. But as you being the facilitator of these first dates, you are the one that's going to be responsible for making sure it happens. And so get over the idea that you may have to spend some money on that first date to meet up, because I've had it before where like, I've had dates where it range from like, I just want to do a picnic in the park, to where I've had dates where it's like, you know what, I'm in the mood for P.F. Chang's. And so I want to go there and I'm taking her with me and I'm paying for it because that's where I want to go. The idea though is not to have this feeling of desperation, because some guys will get on dates thinking, okay, I've seen dudes like, okay, I got to find a date where like the dinner plate's going to be at $150 a plate. And oh my God, I don't know if I have that money. And they're stressing out, but they're thinking I got to spend X amount of money in order to like make sure she has a good time. I've gone on dates where I have paid upwards of like $150 to $200 to have a good time, and it lead nowhere. And I've gone on dates where I paid next to nothing. It was maybe like pizza. It was maybe like a meet up at a coffee shop. And I've had those turn into hookups, friends of benefits, and or relationships. So it's never about the money. Well, for some women, for gold diggers out there, or for women that have been raised to think that men need to front their whole lifestyle, then those women are going to really, really care about what that check looks like. But for the most part, I found that women just want you to ultimately be a guy that can plan a date. They just don't want the hassle of having to help you plan a date to take them out. Okay. So you want to find women that are appreciative of just the effort of you going on the date, because that's going to sidestep the part about them caring about how much you actually paid on the date. And what you'll also find is that most women that have a good head on their shoulders, that are about, understanding this whole partnership thing and about, really knowing that they have to do things to show that they care for you. I find after like 2, really like maybe 3 good dates, they're jumping aboard the, hey, let me treat you train. The, hey, I got this gift for you train. The, hey, you know what? Why don't we just do something really easy going tonight? Or, hey, you come to my place and I'll cook for you. Like, you're going to find that ultimately women that are staying and like really care about you are going to put in the work. But they want to see up front that you're willing to also put in work for them. So that means, again, you facilitating the early date activities. And I get tired of guys that I've written that say like, hey, it's been 2 dates and she hasn't offered to take me out or offered to take me places or do something for me. And I tell guys like, it takes 3 months to solidify feelings. It might be like 5 or 6 dates before she offers anything. But if she's showing up on time and she's having a good time, that shows that she cares about your time. She cares about being, she likes the fact that you're taking her out and that she's actually legitimately having a good time with you. And at some point down the line, it will be your turn to reap in the benefits of that. But early on, just recognize for those first couple of dates, it's going to be all you. So then you have to determine, okay, what's your budget? And also, what kind of dates can you throw in? Because I might do like, a dinner date that costs $75 for 2 people. And then the next week, I might take us to a comedy club that costs $5 a ticket. In both of those situations, we're spending like 2 to 3 hours together and having a good time, darn the money, You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high